চৈতন্য প্রভু জীবে দয়া করি, সপার্ষদ স্বীয় ধাম সহয়াবতরি। অত্যন্ত দুর্লভ প্রেম করিবারে দান, শিখায় শরণাগতি ভক্তের প্রাণ। অত্যন্ত দুর্লভ প্রেম করিবারে দান, শিখায় শরণাগতি ভক্তের প্রাণ। দৈন্যয়াত্মনিবেদন গোপ্তৃতে বরণ, অবশ্য রক্ষিবে কৃষ্ণ বিশ্বাস পালন। দৈন্য আত্মনিবেদন গোপ্তৃতে বরণ, অবশ্য রক্ষিবে কৃষ্ণ বিশ্বাস পালন। ভক্তি অনুকূল মাত্র কার্যের শিকার, ভক্তি প্রতিকূল ভাব বর্জন অঙ্গীকার। ভক্তি অনুকূল মাত্র কার্যের শিকার, ভক্তি প্রতিকূল ভাব বর্জন অঙ্গীকার। সরঙ্গ শরণাগতি হইবে যাহা, তাহার প্রার্থনা শুনে শ্রীনন্দ কুমার। সরঙ্গ শরণাগতি হইবে যাহা, তাহার প্রার্থনা শুনে শ্রীনন্দ কুমার। রূপ সনাতন পদে দন্তে তৃণ করি, ভকতি বিনোদ পরে দুহু পদ ধরি। রূপ সনাতন পদে দন্তে তৃণ করি, ভকতি বিনোদ পরে দুহু পদ ধরি। কাঁদিয়া কাঁদিয়া বলে আমি তো অধম, শিখায় শরণাগতি করো হে উত্তম। কাঁদিয়া কাঁদিয়া বলে আমি তো অধম, শিখায় শরণাগতি করো হে উত্তম। শ্রীকৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু জীবে দয়া করি, সপার্ষদ স্বীয় ধাম সহয়বতরি। হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে হরে, হরে রাম 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 হরে হরে। শ্রীকৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু জীবে দয়া করি, সপার্ষদ স্বীয় ধাম সহয়বতরি। অত্যন্ত দুর্লভ প্রেম করিবারে দান, শিখায় শরণাগতি ভকতের প্রাণ। অত্যন্ত দুর্লভ প্রেম করিবারে দান, শিখায় শরণাগতি ভকতেরও প্রাণ। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे हरे। नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य। Give me the computer, let me read out the translation. This is the first song of Sharanagati by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Is describing how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in order to deliver the fallen souls of the age of Kali, has descended with his associates and with his dham in order to distribute Krishna Prem, and Sharanagati or surrender is the very basis, the very foundation of the distribution work. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descended from the eternal spiritual world along with his personal associates and divine abode, incarnating in this temporary material world out of compassion for the fallen souls. The second one goes like, in order to freely distribute the gift of ecstatic love of God, which is very difficult to obtain, he taught the path of Sharanagati, devotional surrender to the Supreme Lord. This Sharanagati is the very life of the true devotees. The 6 ways of surrender through Sharanagati are 1. Daina or humility, Atmanivedan, dedication of the self, Goptritya Varan, acceptance of the Lord as one's only maintainer, the consciousness of Abhashya Rokhive Krishna, Krishna will surely protect me, which is Vishwas in Krishna, Palan, Bhakti Anukul Matra Karjero Shikar, executing of only those acts favorable to pure devotion, and Bhakti Pratikul Bhav Bharjan Angikar, renunciation of conduct adverse to pure devotion. Sri Nanda Kumar, the youthful son of Nanda Maharaj, hears the prayers of anyone who takes refuge in him by the 6-fold practice of surrender. Bhakti Vinod prostrates himself at the feet of Sri Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, places a straw between his teeth and clasps their lotus feet with his hands. Weeping and weeping, he tells them, I am certainly the lowest of men. Oh, please make me the worthiest by teaching me the ways of Sharanagati. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. So, since we are celebrating Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, today also we'll give the class on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Basically, we'll discuss about his pastimes. Yesterday also, during the class, we discussed about Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Up to what we discussed? Defeating of Chatkazi. I'm sorry, not defeating of Chatkazi, defeating of Keshav Kashmiri. We did not discuss Chatkazi's episode. Anyway, let's see how can we go today. So, Keshav Kashmiri was the greatest scholar of India at that time. He traveled from Kashmir, he originated from Kashmir, and traveling all over India, he defeated all the scholars. The last place was Navadvip. From north he went to west, south, and then he came to east. And hearing that Keshav Kashmiri is coming, all the scholars of Navadvip either ran away out of fear and shame that they'll be defeated by him, or they did not come out of their house. They're hiding inside the house. So Keshav Kashmiri one night, in a full moon night, saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the bank of the Ganges. Mahaprabhu was only about 16 years old at that time. And he was teaching to a group of students. Jai Shri Shri Nishinga Bhagavan ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Tulsi Maharani ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this way became the greatest scholar of India at a young age. Is it difficult for the Supreme Personality of Godhead to defeat anybody? So in this way he is performing his pastimes. Keshav Kashmiri actually had the benediction from Saraswati Devi that she will reside in his tongue, in his mouth. That is, when he would speak, it would actually Saraswati who would be speaking. So, and that's why he was not defeated by anyone. So, being defeated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was very heartbroken. His pride was completely smashed. He was so proud. Like when he used to travel, he used to have a huge entourage with him because he was a big man. He used to ride on an elephant and travel. There used to be people beating drums and singing his glory. And so in this way, Keshav Kashmiri with his whole entourage used to travel. And just the sight of it was scaring. And then no wonder that scholars of Navadvip ran away from Navadvip. It is like a big enemy coming to attack you. So Keshav Kashmiri was naturally very proud, and Keshav Kashmiri was smashed by a young boy. He thought that this is just a young boy, and I defeated all these big scholars. And finally I had been defeated by this young boy. So he was praying with tears in his eyes, he was praying to Saraswati, why did you have to humiliate me in this way? Why did you leave me in this way? Why did you make me commit those mistakes? I had the blessings of you that I'll never say anything that will be anything wrong. So then Saraswati appeared to him and said, Keshav, today your learning has been fully successful. Your learning has been successful because the personality who defeated you is none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. So being defeated by the Lord is not a disgrace, but it is a glory, it's an honor. So then Keshav Kashmiri the next morning came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, fell at his feet, surrendered himself to him. He became a follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to East Bengal and when he went to East Bengal, he taught about the glory of Krishna consciousness, how to surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There was a big scholar there in East Bengal, what is today's Bangladesh. Bangladesh is actually a place of many great devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur, then Pundarik Vidyanidhi, they all came from Bangladesh. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Bangladesh, East Bengal, he came across one very learned scholar, Tapan Mishra. And Tapan Mishra, he was a great scholar. He studied so many scriptures. But he was confused about the goal of life, because when you study too much, you become confused about what is the real thing. So often we find these big scholars are very, very confused, very bewildered. So Tapan Mishra was in that condition. And one night, in a dream, a Brahmana came to him and told him that you go and meet Nimai Pandit. He is here, and he will remove your confusion. So he just saw a dream, but then by inquiry he found that yes, such a scholar is visiting that place. So he went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and frankly told him that I studied many scriptures, but I cannot understand what is the goal of life. What is the confusion that comes? The three things that create the confusion. Brahma Gyan, considering that Brahma Jyoti is the ultimate. The understanding that the Super Soul is the Supreme. And in this way, a group of people, the Gyanis, they think that Brahma Jyoti is the ultimate. And the Yogis think that Paramatma is the ultimate goal. Gyanis think Brahma Jyoti is the ultimate. Yogis think Paramatma realization is the ultimate. And in this way, most of the people get confused. Only when they take to devotional service, they get to know that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. And Paramatma is his expansion in the heart of every living entity. And Brahma Jyoti is his body's effulgence. The Jyoti, the light that is coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead's body, that permeates the entire spiritual world, is Brahma Jyoti. And this material nature is a transformation of that Brahma Jyoti. Sarvang Khallidam Brahma. Everything is a transformation of Brahma Jyoti. But people generally cannot get that very clear understanding. Why? Because in order to clarify the understanding, one needs a teacher. Just by reading books, can you understand everything? No. But when a teacher comes and explains the book, then everything becomes clear. So, and the teacher has to be bona fide. Now, who can be a more bona fide spiritual master than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself? So, Tapan Mishra's confusion was removed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he pointed out that the surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the ultimate goal of life. So, Tapan Mishra became so impressed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he wanted to be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, I want to go with you. I always want to be with you. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, you go to Benares, Varanasi, and I'll come and meet you there. Although that meeting actually took place after about 12 years from that time. About 10 years from that time. But you can see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was after sannyas, when he was going to Vrindavan, he met Tapan Mishra in Varanasi, Kashi. He stayed in Tapan Mishra's house. And there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Sanatana Goswami. Or Sanatana Goswami met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That also is a very beautiful incident. Sanatana Goswami was the king, was the prime minister of the king of Bengal, chief minister of the king of Bengal, Pradhan Mantri, prime minister. And the king of Bengal at that time was a Muslim, Hussain Shah. But Sanatana Goswami was so brilliant, so wise and so intelligent that Hussain Shah appointed him as the head of the ministers. And his brother Rupa Goswami was the finance minister. Two main positions were held by two brothers in the kingdom of Hussain Shah. And Hussain Shah, Rupa Goswami already left. But Sanatana Goswami, after meeting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami left and Sanatana Goswami stopped going to the assembly, king's court. The king inquired what happened, why Sanatana is not coming. His name at that time was Dabir Khash, which actually means prime minister. So why Dabir Khash is not coming? And he was told that he said that he is sick. So he said he sent the physician, Raj Vaid. And he went and he found that Sanatana Goswami's health is all right. So he went and reported to the king. So the very upset king went to Sanatana Goswami's house and he found that Sanatana Goswami is sitting with a group of brahmanas and discussing about Srimad Bhagavatam. So Hussain Shah said, what's happening? You said that you are sick and now you are saying that the doctor said nothing is wrong with you and here you are sitting down and studying your scriptures. So Sanatana Goswami said, look, I am not physically sick. I am spiritually sick. I am sick of this material world. Sick of all this dirty business. So please release me. I don't want to continue as a prime minister. So Hussain Shah then told, look, your younger brother is a bandit. He identified himself as his younger brother. He says, your younger brother is a dacoit. He goes to different places and he plunders and loots, kills people. And you are the one who takes care of the kingdom. Now, if you go, then what will happen? But Sanatana Goswami appealed to him, please let me go. I am not interested anymore. I lost all interest in materialistic activity. So Hussain Shah says, look, I can't let you go. I am going to Orissa to fight a battle with King Prataprudra. So you come with me. He said, no, you're going to attack the Lord's kingdom, Jagannath Puri. You're going to cause distress to all these devotees of the Lord, so I don't want to be a part of it. So Hussain Shah became so upset, he told his men, okay, put him in prison. And then when I come back, then I will judge him. I'll decide what to do with him. Now in this case, in this respect, we can remember what kind of person Hussain Shah was. Hussain Shah built a victory tower in his capital. It's a huge tower and very beautiful. It's still standing there. And so when after it was completed, he was inspecting the tower and he found one defect. So he called the architect was there, the chief engineer or architect or project manager. So he asked the architect, why there is this defect? So he said something to the effect that, yes, I knew about it, but it was too late to rectify. And I thought it was such a small defect, it don't really matter. Hussain Shah became so upset, you saw the defect and still you didn't rectify it. And he was so angry, he just picked him up and threw him from the top of the tower. So that is the kind of a person that he was. So cruel and so arrogant. So anyway, he didn't do such a thing with Sanatana Goswami straight away, but he put him in prison. The Prime Minister now put in the prison. So Sanatana Goswami escaped from the prison. So he told the chief of the prison that, look, I know you're a very pious man, and I'm sure you'll understand my plight. You see, I want to surrender myself in the service of the Lord. So you being, he was a Muslim, that other person, you being such an ardent follower of Allah, you must recognize my intention. Now tell me, is it wrong to surrender oneself in the service of Allah? So he said, yes, that's true. So Sanatana Goswami said, so you are the head of the prison, so why don't you let me go? And I will give you a huge amount of money, like something like 20,000 gold coins. So he said, well, I can let you go and I can take the money, but when the Nawab comes back, he will take care of me in such a way that I won't have any time to enjoy the money that you will be giving me. Sanatana Goswami said, no, don't worry. You can tell the king that I was taken to do my morning rituals. That's, evacuating. And then my hands and feet were tied with chains. And accidentally I fell in the river and I got drowned. So that way, you see, you'll accomplish two things. You'll get the piety for helping a holy man, and at the same time you'll get the money. So he liked the idea, the head of the prison. So he let Sanatana Goswami escape. So Sanatana Goswami traveled through the forest road. Because he was so popular, everybody knew him, so he could not take the main road. So he took the forest road to avoid being identified. But he had a servant with him. And he told the servant not to take anything with him. Just leave, just like that. But then when they came to one place, that place there was a motel, Sharai Khana, where the travelers would stop. And he found, and the innkeeper treated Sanatana Goswami with a lot of respect. So Sanatana Goswami became suspicious that I am traveling like a beggar. I have nothing with me. I am traveling like a beggar, and this person is a pound-shilling person. He is a materialistic person. Why is he showing me so much respect? Because he was a minister, he was very intelligent. So then, seeing that, he told him, please stay here as many days as you want, everything is free for you. So he became suspicious, what's the matter? And then he asked his servant, are you carrying anything with you? He said, yes, I am carrying 7 gold coins with me. So Sanatana Goswami said, give it to me. So he went to the innkeeper and said, look, I had this 7 gold coins with me. I had this gold coin with me, this wealth with me. So you have been so nice to me that I want to offer it to you. Because ultimately, this gold is like a poisonous snake. It can bite you at any minute. So that innkeeper became very impressed, very touched. And he said that you saved me from a great offense, great crime and great sin by offering it to me. I knew that you were carrying 8 gold coins. Because I have an astrologer, he can count. Jai Shri Shri Prahlad Nrsimha Dev ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki Jai. So he said, and I was actually planning. My astrologer told me that you are carrying 8. There is 8 gold coins with you. And I was planning to kill you tonight to take those gold coins. So fortunately, you protected me. So I don't want this money. Please take it away. I can see that you are a very saintly person. So Sanatana Goswami said, no, please keep it, because as I said, it's like a poisonous snake. It can bite me any time. That means, because of this I may be killed. So he gave that innkeeper the 7 coins, and he called his servant. He said, do you still have some money with you? He said, yes, I have another gold coin with me. So he said, take that and go back home. So this is how Sanatana Goswami, then this man made him cross the mountain road, because in the border of Bengal and Bihar, there is a mountain range. So he crossed that. And then he came to Benares. At that time, Son Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the house of Tapan Mishra, who I mentioned. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Tapan Mishra, see, a Vaishnava is there outside the gate, outside the house, outside the door. So please bring him in. So Tapan Mishra went out and came back saying, I couldn't see any Vaishnav there. Then Mahaprabhu asked, was there anybody there? He said, yes, there was a Muslim Darvesh, a Muslim holy man. He said, call him in. So this is how Sanatana Goswami and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met in Benares in Tapan Mishra's house. And anyway, so before that, there are many other things that happened. Let me see, where should we, what are the important pastimes? So after that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went back to Navadvip. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. After taking sannyas from Keshav Bharati, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to go to Vrindavan. And with him, Nityananda Prabhu, Chandrasekhar Acharya and Mukunda were with him. And Nityananda Prabhu misdirected Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and brought him to the other side of the Ganges, in Shantipur. He actually, Nityananda Prabhu told some cowherd people, cowherd boys who were tending the cows, that when this person comes and asks you, what is the name and what is this place? So you should tell them that this is Vrindavan. Just tell him that this is Vrindavan. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, seeing the cows and the cowherd boys, his remembrance of Vrindavan came. So in ecstasy he thought that he arrived. So he asked his boys, what is this place? He said, this is Vrindavan. So he turned towards Nityananda Prabhu, said, Nityananda, we have arrived in Vrindavan. Nityananda Prabhu said, yes, yes. And then he said, this is Jamuna. He saw Ganga. He says, Jamuna. And he said, yes. So this is how Nityananda Prabhu misled Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and brought him back to Shantipur, because he knew how heartbroken the residents of Navadvip were due to this sudden departure from home of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He just one night, he just left. Nobody knew. He told only 5 people, 6 people. First he told Nityananda Prabhu, and he told Nityananda Prabhu that we have to inform my mother. Then Chandrasekhar Acharya, Mukunda, Gadadhar and Brahmananda. So, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sachimata. And at night, that was also a very beautiful anecdote. Sridhar, who was a great devotee, was very poor, very poor. He used to maintain himself just by saying banana leaves and banana flowers. And banana trees barks. Actually, banana tree, everything you can use. The leaves you can use for eating prasad. The banana barks also can be used like katoris and etc. And the inside of banana you can eat as a thor, which is you can make sabji out of that. Then banana fruits you can eat. And banana, the head of banana flower is a delicious vegetable which is very popular in Bengal. called mocha. It's so popular that whenever somebody comes from Bengal, they carry it for me, wherever I was in Bangalore recently, and some devotees came from Bengal, and they carried jackfruit and banana flower. So, anyway, so that is what Sridhar used to do. He used to sell banana flower, and in his garden he used to grow some pumpkins, lau. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was a little boy, young boy, he used to have conflict with Sridhar. Sridhar was a man of word. He was a great devotee. Whatever he used to earn, with half of that he used to do Ganga Puja. After selling his things in the marketplace, he used to go to Ganga. With the money he used to buy some flowers and other things, and he used to worship Ganga after taking bath there. And with the rest of that, whatever he used to get a little bit, he used to maintain himself. But he was very honest. Generally in India, bargaining is an art, is a part of Indian culture. You have to bargain. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to tell Sridhar, Sridhar, what's the price of this banana flower? Sridhar would say 1 paisa. He said, 1 paisa, that's too much. Half a paisa. Then Sridhar would say, look, I'm a man of one word. Whatever I said, if you want to take it, otherwise forget it. And Nimai would say, oh, okay, take it. I'm taking it. Then Sridhar would try to take it back from him. And both of them would start pulling that banana flower or lau, pumpkin. So this is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sridhar used to have their pastimes. Mahaprabhu used to tell him that, you pretend to be a poor man. I know you are a very rich man. You have so much wealth, but you pretend as if you have nothing. What he used to actually indicate, that spiritually you have so much wealth. So the night before, that same evening, Sridhar came with a pumpkin, lau. It's a lauki. So because Sridhar brought it, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, since Sridhar brought it, I must honor it. It's Sridhar's offering. So before taking sannyas, he allowed Sridhar to serve him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually had a very, very intimate relationship with him. Although it was kind of not externally exposed. And then he told Sachimata, please cook that. And then somebody brought some milk. So he said, okay, make lau dudh, pumpkin in milk, condensed milk. So that was the last thing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took at home before leaving home. So at night, he took permission from Sachimata and he left. Sachimata was crying and crying. So in the morning, people came to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they saw Srivas Thakur was the first one to come. And he saw that Sachimata was sitting outside the door, outside the courtyard, and crying. He said, oh, what happened? And then he found out that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left to take sannyas. They started to cry. And others came, and as they got the news that they'll never meet Nimai Pandit again, so they all started to cry. The whole of Navadvip started to cry. Those who were offensive to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even they started to cry that, oh, we committed so much offense to him. He was such a nice person. And in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by taking sannyas, made everyone favorable to Krishna consciousness. That was his trick to get everybody. Because some people in Navadvip became averse to him and started to blaspheme him. So that's why he decided to take sannyas. And so Nityananda Prabhu knew the condition of the residents of Navadvip after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. So he tricked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For 3 days and 3 nights, continuously they were running. Mahaprabhu was running. I'm going to Vrindavan, I'm going to Vrindavan, and they were all following. For 3 days and 3 nights they had been traveling. And then finally, Nityananda Prabhu from Rardesh, from North Bengal, he misdirected Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and brought him towards Shantipur, from the other side of Shantipur, Kalna, Ambika Kalna, on the other side of the Ganges. And he already sent Chandrasekhar Acharya to inform the residents of Navadvip, the first to inform Advaita Acharya and tell him to come to the other side of the river. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy that, oh, I have arrived in Vrindavan, I have arrived in Vrindavan. And then he all of a sudden he saw Advaita Acharya is coming in a boat. So he asked Advaita, how come you are here? Advaita said, yes, Nityananda Prabhu sent me the message that he is bringing you here, and he asked me to come with a boat to take you across. The what? Take you across? What's this? What is this side, this place? Isn't it Vrindavan? He said, no, this is Kalna. Isn't this Jamuna? No, this is Ganga. He was very upset, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He told Nityananda, you lied to me. You lied to me that this is Vrindavan, this is Jamuna. Nityananda said, I never lie. In my whole life, I didn't ever tell a lie. Wherever you are, that is Vrindavan. And after Prayag, after Allahabad, where Ganga and Jamuna met, on the left-hand side, Jamuna is flowing, and on the right-hand side, Ganga is flowing. So this is the left-hand side of the river, so this is Jamuna. So in this way, Nityananda Prabhu brought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Shantipur, and all the residents of Navadvip came to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sachimata also came to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very, very repentant and said, Mother, I made a mistake by taking sannyas, leaving you alone like that. I'll give up my sannyas and I'll stay with you. And Sachimata said, no, don't do that. Like after taking sannyas, you shouldn't give it up. But stay nearby so that I can get your news. So that is the reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to stay in Jagannath Puri on Sachimata's request, so that people from Bengal would go to Puri to see the Lord Jagannath, and from Puri people will come to Bengal to take bath in the Ganges. And this is how there would be continuous exchange of news. So that is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri. Now while going to Jagannath Puri, another thing happened. They came to a river before Jagannath Puri. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to take his bath. And he gave his sannyas danda. Sannyasis have a danda, like Maharaj has a danda here. So this is, of course, there is a difference. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas in Sankar Sampradaya, which is the Eka Danda. And Vaishnav sannyas carries three dandas. The three dandas signify the body, mind and words. Kai, Man and Vakya has been offered to the service of the Lord. Otherwise, danda actually means stick. Danda also means punishment. Dandadan. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kept the sannyas danda with Nityananda Prabhu and went to take bath. And Nityananda Prabhu had a conversation with Mr. Danda. Holding it, he said, "Who do you think you are, Mr. Danda?" You are so great that the Supreme Personality of Godhead will carry you. You are a form of punishment that the Lord Himself will take that punishment. Saying that, he broke the danda and threw it in the river. So this also has another connotation, another reason that's been said, that although apparently Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took Ekadanda sannyas, Nityananda Prabhu pointed out that he actually took three danda Vaishnava sannyas. He didn't take Ekadanda sannyas, which is, the goal of that is to merge in Brahma. The goal of Ekadanda sannyas is to merge in Brahma Jyoti. Whereas the purpose of three danda sannyas is to become completely engaged in the service of the Lord. Body, mind and words, all in the service of the Lord. Anyway, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and asked Nityananda, "Where is my danda?" Nityananda was quiet. Mukunda told what happened. Mahaprabhu was furious. He said, "Do you think my sannyas is a joke? I wanted to go to Vrindavan and he misdirected me and brought me to Navadip, Shantipur. And now my only possession was my danda. And that also you have broken and threw away. What am I left with? I'm not going to stay with you anymore." Saying that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ran towards Jagannath temple, leaving them behind. That is why when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived in Jagannath temple, he was actually alone. And seeing Lord Jagannath, he fainted. His love for Lord Jagannath was so intense that just the darshan, just the sight of Jagannath, he fainted. At that time, the principal scholar of the court of King Pratap Rudra, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, was there. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya saw this young sannyasi, fainted. And he saw, he was a very learned scholar, so he knew the ecstatic symptoms out of devotion. He read about it, but he never seen that. And he was surprised to see these ecstatic symptoms in the personality of this young sannyasi. So he decided to carry him to his house. So when Nityananda Prabhu and others came to Jagannath temple and inquired about the young sannyasi, they were told that they have been taken to the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So Nityananda Prabhu and others went and they found that he was still unconscious. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was still unconscious. So then they started to chant the holy name, Kirtan. And then Mahaprabhu came to his consciousness. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was the greatest Vedantist at that time. He was the greatest scholar of Vedanta philosophy. But in that line, they take Vedanta as impersonal. The goal of Vedanta is Brahma, Jyoti, and merging in Brahma Jyoti is the ultimate goal. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was following that concept. This concept is contrary to devotional service. What is the goal of devotional service? To merge into Brahma Jyoti? Then what's the goal of devotional service? To become a devotee of the Lord and serve Him. Serve the Lord. So you see the contradiction. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, although he was a great scholar, but he was a follower of this impersonalistic branch. And he was quite worried about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That he is so young, so handsome, and he took sannyas, and he felt that he won't be able to maintain his sannyas. Because he is so sentimental, he dances and chants, and he is so young and so handsome, he will fall down. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's brother-in-law was Gopinath Acharya. So Gopinath Acharya knew who Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was. So he told him that, look, this is not an ordinary person, this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya didn't want to accept it. What? Supreme Personality of Godhead? No, I can't accept it. You all are just sentimentally identifying himself like that. So Gopinath Acharya and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya used to have big arguments. Gopinath Acharya used to try to remind him that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was totally opposed to that idea. And Gopinath Acharya even went to the extent of telling him that unless and until one receives the mercy of the Lord, one cannot recognize Him. So you are the unfortunate one who could not receive His mercy because of your impersonalistic concept. He'll never be able to understand who He is as long as you maintain this Advaitavad concept. And then one day, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya expressed his desire that this boy has taken sannyas in a lower sampradaya. Actually, according to Shankar Sampradaya, there are 10 titles for sannyasis. And out of them, Bharati is one of the lowest. The higher ones are Ban, Parvat, Aranya, Tirtha, Sagar, etc. And Bharati is one of the lowest. So he said he has taken sannyas in a lower order. And he is so sentimental. So I will teach him Vedanta and I will elevate him into a higher order of sannyas. So Gopinath Acharya was totally upset. This guy has gone crazy. He doesn't know what's he talking about. He wants to teach he doesn't know whom. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, he is my well-wisher. He is wishing me well and he wants to protect my sannyas. So yes, I will study Vedanta under his direction. So for 7 days, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya taught him Vedanta. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu silently listened without saying a word. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya wondered, is he understanding what I am saying? So he asked him, Krishna Chaitanya, do you understand what I am saying, what I am teaching? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied that yes, I understand the bhashya, I understand the sutra, I understand the Vedanta Sutra, the aphorisms of Vedanta, but I don't understand your bhashya, your explanation. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, what? The bhashya is to explain the sutra. And now you're saying that you understand the sutra, but you don't understand the bhashya. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, yes, because your so-called bhashya is not revealing the meaning of the sutra, but is covering the meaning of the sutra. Just as cloud covers the midday sun. So then they got into, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him to explain one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. That verse is Atmaramascha Munayo, it's known as Atmaram verse. Atmaramascha Munayo, that means those who are situated in the Atma, in their spiritual identity and enjoying in their spiritual identity. The Munis, the great sages. Nirgrantha, although they are free from all bondage. Granthi means bond. Nirgrantha means free from bondage. But still, kurbanti ahaituking bhakting. They render unconditional devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Atma Ramascha Munayo Nirgranthapi Urukrame Kurvanti Ahaituking Bhakting Itham Bhuta Gunoharihi. So through this verse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pointed out that those who are situated in Brahman realization, Atmaram, those who are enjoying in their spiritual identity, that means Brahman realization, still they become engaged in rendering devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that means after achieving Brahma Sajujya or Atmaram situation, after that they become engaged in devotional service. That means devotional service is beyond liberation. So in this way, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was defeated. Just as Keshav Kashmiri was defeated, now Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was defeated. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya also was very heartbroken. His pride is shattered. He was the greatest scholar of India and Vedanta philosophy. And now this 24-year-old boy defeated him, whom he thought he was going to teach. So he went inside his room and locked himself up, stopping eating and sleeping. In the middle of the night, the Lord appeared in front of him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to him and revealed his Sadbhuj form, six-arm form. First he showed him, in 4 hands he was holding conch, disc, lotus and mess. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, and with 2 arms he was holding the sannyas, danda and kamandalu, water pot, indicating that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Vishnu, Narayan. And then he showed him in his 6 arms two arms holding the bow and arrow of Lord Ramchandra. With two arms, he is playing the flute of Krishna Chandra, and with two arms, he is holding the sannyas danda and kamandalu, indicating that he himself is Krishna Chandra and Ramchandra. So this is how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was also conquered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya offered prayers to him, composing 100 verses. The first verse goes like, Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yogam Shikharthameka Purusha Purana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shariradhari Kripam Buddhirja Stamaham Prapadde. In order to teach the science of Vairagya, renunciation, Vairagya Vidya, which is Nija Bhakti Yogam. This Vairagya is his own devotional service. Or due to the devotional service to Krishna, one actually achieves this Vairagya or renunciation. Shikharthameka, in order to teach that Purusha Purana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Shariradhari. He has appeared as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Kripam Buddhirja, who is an ocean of mercy. Tamaham Prapadde, I surrender myself unto him. So this is how we see time and time again that people, those who didn't want to initially accept Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, eventually recognized him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in this way, at least we can understand that there is no need to question Mahaprabhu's identity. Hare Krishna, Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Okay, let me take are you all hungry for breakfast? So let me go on for another few minutes. Any question? Yes. Yesterday there was a question. What was the question? One question came from the internet. I forgot it. Okay, right. Who is Vishwarup in Krishna Lila? Okay, let me first ask, how many of you remember who is Vishwarup in Chaitanya Lila? Okay, who is Vishwarup? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's elder brother. He was Vishwambhar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Vishwambhar and his elder brother was Vishwarup. Vishwarup took sannyas and became Shankararanya. So, who is elder brother of Krishna in Krishna Lila? Balaram. So, Vishwarup is an incarnation of Balaram. Nityananda Prabhu is an incarnation of Balaram. Vishwarup also is an incarnation of Balaram. And actually, this Vishwarup eventually merged in Nityananda Prabhu's identity. They two became one. That's why Sachimata used to consider Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as her son. Okay, Haribol, what's your question here?
My question is that at the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, does Vaishnava sannyas was existing or not?
What's that? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
At the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 500 years back, Vaishnava sannyas were existing?
Is Vaishnava culture existing?
Vaishnava sannyas.
Then if Vaishnava culture is existing, then why not Vaishnava sannyas exist? Was Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, they're Vaishnavas? They're sannyasis? Then? Or Vaishnava sannyas was introduced by somebody later on? Vaishnav sannyas is existing since time immemorial. And there is also this Bhikkhu Gita, the Sannyas Gita, that was sung by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after he took sannyas. Etam sahastaya paratma nishtam. That 11th canto, you'll see that. Hare Krishna. Any other question?
I was asking why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas in Ek sannyas.
Because that was the common practice at that time. Shankaracharya's influence was prevalent in India. That's why. Any other question? Give him the mic.
Krishna Guru Maharaj, the question is, when I asked to devotee that after leaving everything and engaging in the service of Lord Krishna, sometimes it happens that at the end of the time, Krishna arranged some situation that the devotees leave his body and they went back to the Godhead, to the Vaikuntha planet. But at the same time, we see in Srimad Bhagavatam two great peoples, like one is Ajamil and one is Bharat Maharaj. Ajamil, after leaving means his spiritual life, he engaged in the sinful activities, and at the end of the life, he pronounced the name of the Narayan and went back to the Vaikuntha planet. But at the same time, if you see Bharat Maharaj, he did everything.
No, so Ajamil did not go to Vaikuntha right away. Ajamil got a second chance. Then after that, when he was rescued by Vishnu Dutas, then he went to Haridwar. And there he rendered devotional service. And then he went to Vaikuntha. With Bharat Maharaj also, he got a dear body. And after that birth, he came as Jara Bharat, a pure devotee of the Lord. Okay? Okay. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premanande Hare.